My name is H.A. Goodman. I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. To read all my writing, go to counterpropa.com, support the site through the Amazon links, and the donate button at counterpropa. Share the petition below. You know what it is. To get the DNC to give their computer servers to the FBI. The FBI requested those servers. The DNC refused. That's 17 seconds. Not that long. Did Michael Flynn strike a deal with the FBI? CNN analyst claims he might have. I can tell you with high confidence, not even moderate confidence. The NSA is moderately confident about the Russians hacking the DNC. They're only moderately confident. The NSA has every instant of communication that you have. Instance of communication that you have recorded, and they're only moderately confident. The CIA and FBI are highly confident. James Clapper has no evidence of collusion between Trump and Russia. We learned that from Chuck Todd. We also learned from MSNBC's Rachel Maddow that Trump did indeed pay taxes. We learned from 538 that Trump did indeed win the GOP nomination, even though they said that he wouldn't. Everything the Democratic establishment does fails. Even cheating Bernie Sanders had the opposite effect. Nobody fell in line. I didn't fall in line. I voted for Jill Stein, who is a wonderful, amazing human being with a visionary platform. But the Democratic Party is now grasping at something that doesn't exist. They're trying to get people tired of Trump by fabricating a link between Russia, Trump, WikiLeaks, the DNC, and votes in Wisconsin. Not going to happen. Michael Flynn did not strike a deal with the FBI. That is not only conjecture, that's not realistic. I quoted, when I was on MSNBC and CNN, I quoted General Michael Flynn because he was with Jake Tapper talking about how Hillary Clinton should resign because of the Special Access Program intelligence on an unencrypted private server, because of the damage that she likely did to national security using a private server. Michael Flynn would never strike a deal with the FBI because he didn't do anything wrong. The Washington Post already published a report, an article that stated the FBI reviewed Flynn's calls, found no evidence of wrongdoing. The New York Times published an article. The FBI already investigated Trump. That was in October, before Madam Cyberhack lost the election. But I'll read you. Social media erupted on Saturday after a CNN analyst and former Homeland Security official said that sources have told her that former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn may have struck a sort of deal with the FBI. It's starting to look like, from my sources and then also from open reporting, okay, that Flynn. So when I used open reporting to say the indictments were imminent, the liberal, quote unquote, liberal media that cheated Bernie Sanders and pushed for a failed candidate went nuts. I had like 8 hit pieces on me because I used the open reporting, just basic evidence that we had. She used the unencrypted server. Unencrypted for 3 months, special access program, and all that stuff. They couldn't stand it. But anyway, it's starting to look like, from my open sources, that, and then also from open reporting, that Michael Flynn is one who may have a deal with the FBI. And that's why we have not heard from him for some time. Why would General Flynn need to be heard from? Why would anyone from Trump's campaign need to be heard from? They are trying to link Russian hackers. At first they said it was Russia. Then they said, well, it wasn't Russia, it was Russian hackers. WikiLeaks categorically denies any link to Russian hackers. WikiLeaks categorically denies any involvement and that any of the sources or how they obtained the DNC WikiLeaks emails had anything to do with Russia. But they did put a tweet out that said that 20% of U.S. uranium was sold to the Kremlin, and it was signed off on by President Obama and Hillary Clinton. Do you see it? They are accusing people of what they're guilty of doing, which is being Russian stooges. KM noted that of the 4 members of the 4 former Trump advisors who are said to be subjects in an FBI investigation of potential ties to the Russian government, where's the Podesta group Why isn't the FBI investigating the Podesta group with their ties to the Russian government? They actually got millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's at least hundreds of thousands. Flynn is the only one who has not volunteered to testify to Congress. Why would he need to? Why would Flynn need to testify to Congress? What on earth did he do that was so horrible? He spoke to the Russian ambassador as the incoming national security advisor. So what if he talked about sanctions? President Obama wanted to reverse Bush's policies towards Russia in 2008. That was applauded by people. That was a Russian reset. And Vladimir Putin in a Guardian article was saying how he wanted Obama, not Trump. Not McCain. In 2012, Mitt Romney, in a debate, President Obama said the 80s are over. The 80s want their Cold War back. The 80s want their foreign policy back. The Cold War is over. The other three advisors, Paul Manafort, Carter Page, and Roger Stone, offered to testify earlier this week. Kayem did not indicate who her sources are. Of course, nobody indicates their sources because the sources are somebody who told somebody something, and it's all gossip. Which, by the way, some people get now it's gossip is a source. This is people. No, it's the National Enquirer. The state of American journalism is now National Enquirer status. Nor did she say if they are claiming that Flynn has struck a deal or that it merely appears likely that he has. Nevertheless, her claim went viral on Twitter. Okay. He doesn't have to respond because nobody is going to say anything regarding any wrongdoing because he didn't do anything wrong. He was a consultant. And if he happened to work with Turkey or any other country, go after the Podesta group. They're all over the place, lobbying for the Russian government. Where is the... Flynn didn't lobby for the Russian government. Where's the FBI investigation for people who actually lobbied on behalf of the interests of the Kremlin and Putin? The Podesta group. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so much for listening.